Hey everyone, this is Cole with Red Rock Spas. Today, I'm going to be giving you a bit of a crash course on chemical use and how to maintain your spa. Okay, jumping right into it, this is a tester strip bottle. You'll see at the top that this is testing for free chlorine, testing for alkalinity, pH, and total hardness. All four of those chemicals are going to be what you want to watch and maintain weekly just to make sure your water stays clear. Starting from the top, we have free chlorine or bromine, depending on whatever you're using. This is what's sanitizing the water, cleaning all the contaminants, bacteria, things like that. You want to keep it at 3 to 5 parts per million. If it's too low, you'll add extra chlorine. If it's too high, you'll gotta wait for it to dissipate. The alkalinity is basically what is keeping your pH balanced. If it's too low or too high, it can start to fluctuate the pH like crazy. The pH is basically what is keeping your water from being acidic or basic. You want to keep it neutral at 7.2 to 7.6, so that way it's good for your skin. It's not going to be abrasive. And pH and alkalinity do go together. They fluctuate up and down at the same time, and we'll get back into that, why that is important in a second. Last but not least is the total hardness. This is the calcium in your water. So normally in a shower head, you'll notice that there are calcium deposits. That's just because that water has too high of calcium. If it has too low of calcium, then your spa will try to take calcium out of the plumbing or the acrylic shell. So keeping it at that 250 to 450 range is a must. It can also, if it's too high, it can also make your water cloudy. It can make your pH a little wacky. And this is kind of a set it and forget chemical. Once you have it right, there's not much that can deter that from changing unless you have a big pocket full of eggshells, which I'm not too sure a lot of people do that. Starting from the top, we have our chlorine bottle of granular. We do have the option for you to use tablets with a floater, but it is more commonly rated to use a bottle of granular, just because you'll be using less that way. A feeder sometimes gives off too much chlorine, but it really is up to you. Same with the bromine. It is interchangeable with chlorine. We also have tablets and granular for that. It really is just your preference. As for the pH and alkalinity, like I said, those two move hand in hand, meaning that if the pH was too high, that means that likely the alkalinity is too high. To counteract that, we have our spa up and spa down. Say that your pH and alkalinity was too high, it's very easy to fix. You just put a little bit of spa down in it. Same if it's low, you'd put in the spa up. All of these bottles do have rated instructions as to how many gallons is in your spa versus what is the test strip showing you, how much you should use. It's very easy to understand once you get into it. Next up, for the total hardness or the calcium, we have a calcium booster. This is just a bottle of calcium. It's gonna raise it and raise it only. If you had too high of a calcium, the best fix would be either to partially drain and refill with fresh water that doesn't have calcium to balance out, or you could get a pre-filter when you're filling up your spa that'll get rid of any of the calcium out of your source water. Another massively important chemical that doesn't show up on your test strips, but it is still massively important, is a metal sequestrant. Ours is labeled Prevent. This is a metal sequestrant that will bind up any copper or iron from your water. What that'll do is prevent the water from changing colors or being abrasive on your skin. Obviously important when you're using a luxury item. Next up is actually your best friend. This doesn't show up on the test strips, but this is probably the most used chemical in all of water care. This is a shock oxidizer. It is labeled Activate Granular. What this does is it oxidizes any contaminants that are in your water, kind of helps break up any organic junk and bring it to your filtration system, make it easier for the chlorine to fight. This will also help clear up any cloudy water, disrupt chloramines, other things like that. We tell people to use this once after every time they use their spa. Now I want you to keep in mind that this is a basic crash course on water chemistry. This is not a tell-all. As you can see to my left, there are plenty of products out there that do a lot of different things. With that being said, if you understand those four components of water chemistry, it becomes much easier to manage your water later on. If you ever have any questions with your water, you can always come in, get a free water test, or you can give us a quick call. If this video was helpful to you and your water care journey at all, then please leave us a like and let us know what videos you'd like to see in the future. I'm happy to answer any questions that are left in the comments. Thank you for watching. This was Cole Myers from Red Rock Spas, and we'll see you next time.